What is up, guys? Alex Thomas here. Welcome back to Game Time 123. We have the last one of these decks for card creation for at least for a little while. It is the deck I call Protect, and Protect is a weird mechanic. A mechanic that says, I'm gonna go and get one of the things out. Not that one. That's the burn one. I did get the cards already. That's the haunted one. That's the duplicate one. Protect is an effect. That is the green. Reforce. Of course, it has to be the last one. Anyways, Protect. Let's just go and see if I can get one of these out. That has Protect on it. Is a enchantment deck. It's mostly an enchantment deck. Has lands and all that in there as well. It has Protect. The text on Protect says, you may tap this creature and prevent all damage from target attacking creature. That is the text for it. And the idea is basically to protect you. But the thing is, it's basically a one-to-one matchup, so it's not that easy to deal with, and this is the last one of these for a while. I've been working on another one, but I'm not going to do that for a little while. I'm working on another series that I'm going to upload eventually to YouTube. And before we get too far into this, I'm going to go ahead and take a look here. I believe we will be having a few other things for next week. We'll have a Wizard 101 episode. We'll have two or three other things as well that will come up next week. Let's see what we have here. So we do have, go back to this, an episode of the Balanced School, Wizard 101, episode number 48, I think it is. And also a few months, about 2 months from now, there will be a pre-release. If I'm able to, I will want to buy one of those, maybe one full thing for it. That is one for one of the pre-release kits. Pre-release kits are going to be handled a little differently in that one, so will be a little bit different. And we'll have probably Magic Rain videos and those sort of things at the given time. That being said, let's go and get into what the Protect set has to deal with. First card we have is the Protect. So it has, whenever Mark the Warrior of Pride attacks, it gets +1/+0. So it becomes a 3/3. It has Protect whenever you tap this creature, prevent all damage from target attacking creature. So the one thing is that the creature that is attacking does have to, the target creature that you are blocking damage from does have to be attacking. You can't just say, alright, I'm just going to prevent damage from this target creature. It doesn't quite work that way. It's going to have to be, it's a little bit more specific on that regard. And it is hurtful for things like, how to say this, cards say like it helps you with the thing because you do have to tap the creature. Like it says, destroy our tapped creature. That is something that might happen with that regard. Moving on to the next card is going to be Sasha, the Warrior of Peace. This also has Protect. And it says whenever it blocks, you gain 4 life. Oof. 4 costs, gain 4 life. That's a lot. You tap this creature, prevent all damage from target attack creature this turn. Yep. And it's 1/4 creature for 4. It's a little expensive, but it's not terrible. And it's Alyssa, which is the main character in this deck. Whenever another creature you control is tapped until end of turn, you may untap it. if another creature you control is tapped at the end of your turn. Okay, so basically, you can untap creatures you control if they're tapped at the end of your turn. So you can't really do anything. You can't do any effects on it. So it goes to like at the end step, you can untap it. That is the way that one works. It's not a bad mechanic. Probably, definitely a rare, at least. Armor protection. There is artifacts. This is +0/+3, and you can sacrifice it to give a creature indestructible, equipped for 1. There's something very similar to this. There is a 0-cost card that says creature with +0/+3. I think it's equipped for. I think it's equipped for 1 as well, but it's something very similar to that. Aura of the Sword. That's all of the Sword. Whenever why? Whenever Aura of the Sword enters, untap target creature, and an enchanted creature gets +2/+2/+1. How do you enchant this? There's got to be a mistake on this one. It's probably said when enchanted. Enchanted creature gets +2/-1. Unless there's some way that I can think of that allows you just to enchant a creature with an enchantment creature, then that doesn't make much sense to me. We got Missa, the Striker. It has double strike and has protect. It's a 2/4 for 3. We got Strong Stance. It's a Aurora enchantment. Creature has first strike. Does seem unreasonable. That's reasonable. I think this entire deck is based off of doing Aurora enchantments. And there are cards that allow you to return enchantments to the field. Creature gets +1/+0. Sounds reasonable. Doesn't have any extra effects. Sword buff. Creature gets 3/+1. Wow. That is pretty quick. Upgrade. Just like I'm just gonna go +3/+1. It only costs 3. Maybe that's a little bit lower, but it's not completely unreasonable. At least there are cards, maybe not white cards, that give your creature +3/+1, and do something else along with that. I think that's not an unreasonable card. We got Battling. 3 white mana. 2 target creatures fight. And if a creature you control dies, place 2 encounters on another creature you control. So when you do that, you're going to lose that creature. So when it dies, you get to put 2 counters on something else. Doesn't seem like that doesn't. I don't think that's going to be a very good spell, just because the context is just difficult to do anything with that. But it at least has some reasonable effects for it. We got Warrior. Oh, it's just a 2/2 Warrior of Vigilance. Some cards create 2/2 Warriors of Vigilance. That's basically all that does. We got Sona. Whenever that's 4 cost, Vigilance, and whenever it attacks, untap another attacking creature. Ooh, could be ridiculous. Pretty good, I think. It's not ridiculous because all you do is untap another attacking creature. It's just basically giving another creature vigilance until end of turn. That's all it is. Zestus. Oh, give it plus. Can give it first strike for 3. Cost 4 mana. 4/5. Give it first strike. I mean, it doesn't have a lot of mechanic for it. It's not bad. Maybe it's a little bit low for the actual mana cost. Not mana cost. Common, uncommon type. It's not unreasonable though, at least. Also, this is a commander deck, so you only get one of them anyways. The next card is going to be Milo. It has Protect. When it leaves the battlefield, you gain 3 life. It's a 2/7 for 3. With Protect. Yeah, okay. I guess it won't die if you block with it. And if you do tap it, then just prevents double damage for another thing. So that's pretty good. Vexo. Oh, Beast Warrior. Double strike and trample, and you got 1 less for each enchantment you control. So it could be an 8/7 for 2 mana if you control 5 enchantments. It is an artifact creature though, so you can destroy target artifact though. So it's not super great off of that regard. You got Create the Sword. Choose 2. Choose each one more than once. Place a 1 counter target creature. Creature you control get +1/+1 till end of turn, or equipped target equipment to a card creature. That's just basic. I don't think there's much to say with that. We got Tina, the Feather Archer. Whenever it attacks, get 1 life. It has Reach. Yay. You gain 1 life whenever it attacks. And it has Reach, so not much to go with that card. Beowulf. Each creature has Protect. Give everything Protect, and it gets 3/3 for 4. And it's a legendary creature, so it could be your commander. Gonal the Master Samurai. If you're your commander, untap target creature. That creature must be tapped, and then you can minus to it, but you can do it immediately. Put a 1/1 counter, a vigilance counter, or a first strike counter on target creature control. So it's one of those. So you can put a counter, 1 counter on it, a vigilance counter on it, or a first strike counter on a target creature for -2, and you can do that immediately. And it can technically be your commander. I don't know why it's mythic. It doesn't seem like it'd be a very good card for mythic to me. Warrior Battle. Okay. Chant creature has vigilance. Whenever it enters, you create 2 warriors with vigilance, and we saw those cards earlier. So 1 creature has vigilance, and then something else gets vigilance. 2 creatures get vigilance added on. Con. I think. Whenever it attacks, untap another target creature. It's a 3/4 for 4. Not really anything special on that card. Blaze the Warrior. Oh, first strike when attacking. It has Protect. Seems pretty reasonable. Knight of Warriors. A deck can have any number of Knight of Warriors. I don't even know how many of those I actually have in the deck as of currently, so I don't think I ordered many. I think I ordered like 1 of them. And it gets +1/+1 for each Knight and each Warrior you control. So I guess it's automatically a 2/2 when it enters. And it can be more powerful if you have more Knight of Warriors. I guess it triggers each one once, so it's a 2/2 when it enters. And then it also counts each one of them. Or it could also just count each one of them, so you have a Knight, a Warrior, Knight, Warrior, Knight, Warrior. If you happen to have 10 of these on the field, it's a 2020 creature. That could be broken. Lord Faithful. Whenever it becomes tapped, place a 1/1 counter on target tapped creature. Specifically, a tapped creature. 6/6. Boy, that's a lot. Shadow Knight. Oh, we have Shadow Knight. Yay! It's an artifact creature. It's a knight. Oh, it has shadow. This creature can block This creature can block or be blocked by only for creatures with shadow. So it can only block. It can't block anything, and it can't be blocked by anything but creatures that have shadow. And shadow is a really rare mechanic. Warrior Charge. I don't even know if I had this in my deck. Instant gives creatures you control +1/+1 until end of turn, and then you may pay any number of extra amounts, any number of times, and you get to use the following: Vigilance, First Strike, Lifelink, Trample, and target creature gains that ability until end of turn. So technically, if you had 10 mana, you could give one target creature Vigilance, First Strike, Lifelink, and Trample. Oh wait, until end of turn. If you wanted to do that, I don't even know. That's not great because it could be a lot of mana just to do that with. We got Enraged Strike. Alright, we got ourselves target creature gets +3/+3 in Vigilance. And gains Vigilance until end of turn. It just gives your creature +3/+3 and Vigilance. Sounds kind of like a breeding card to me. Maiko has Protect 2/4 for 3 mana. Nothing else to say about that card. Artifact Wolf. I want to see if I can find this card because I went back to the red deck. I wonder if I actually had that because it's a mythic. And by the way, here's the back for those cards. I don't see any of these. It says whenever Artifact Wolf dies, you gain 3 life. Let's see. Because I may have decided not to print that one. Print a ton of Group of Water Robbers. We'll get to that card in a second. I may have decided not to print that card. I don't know what the reason would be that I didn't print it. But that card says whenever it attacks, you can return a Aurora or an Enchantment card to your hand. I may not have printed that one. Because I thought, well, it's... I may have thought it was too broken somehow. And I decided not to print it. Let's see, is Return Aurora, and it should be in here, but we'll worry about that later. Anyway, so it would have returned a Aurora or an enchantment card, Aurora or equipment card to your hand, and it has Vigilance. And whenever it dies, you gain 3 life. I may not have printed it, so we're not going to stay around on it. At least so. Whenever it taps, then you get a 2/2 Knight token with Vigilance. A 2/2 token with Vigilance. It's a warrior with Vigilance. Magic attack. Deal 4 damage to target creature. If it dies this turn, you gain 3 life. Yay. Warrior Magic Strike. Oh, we have some of these cards that have Spree, and that was a mechanic they put in more recently. It's a warrior. It has Spree. You can pay 1, and then any of these other things added onto it. Gain 1 target player gains 2 life. Deal 5 damage to target creature, or untap creatures you control. Well, so basically, go to attacks. If it's in your segment phase, and then you just go ahead and cast probably just the first and the last one, and boom, you get a bunch of damage. Warrior's Flame, same thing. You can give something indestructible, you can destroy target creature, or you can place a 1 counter target creature for the extra mana for that one. Attack Clone. Create a copy of target attacking creature. Tap and attacking. Copy a target creature you control and then attack with it. King Trio. Warriors and Knights get +2/+2 in your turn. I have that somewhere in there. And then when a warrior or a knight attacks, it gains Vigilance until the end of combat. Ooh, give something. It's basically give something +2/+2 and Vigilance if it's a warrior or a knight. Another Alessa's Triumph. Give creature +2/+2, +0/+2, or +2/+0 until end of turn by paying extra mass. Versus Rage. Deal 3 damage to something. To some creature. Group of Robbers. I got 15 of those cards in the deck. Because they're actually, I don't know how good they are, but they are. You get as many copies you want. It's rats. You can tap 8 creatures named Group of Robbers, and each foot reveals their hand. You can exile target card from target player's hand. So exile a bunch of cards. Oh, I don't want to play that one. Yeah. Fire Mastery, give everything protection. Give a creature protection from red. Give protection from blue. And Swordbound, I don't know if I had that somewhere in here or not, but it's up there. Give a creature +X, where X is its creature's power until end of turn. I may have not printed that one either. Just that's a lot. I did print this one for sure. Quick creature gets Vigilance and Lifelink. Click for 4, and then you have to sacrifice it to untap all creatures you control. It's a lot. Tower Above, +3/+3, and can't block flying. Okay, so this is fine. So it's +3/+3, and it can block flying. It probably supposed to say can't block flying. I'll admit it's can't block flying. It's not can block flying. Funny. Oh no, can block flying. Right, so it actually doesn't have, it's like it has reach, basically. It's not reach itself, but it has, yeah, that makes sense now. Kazakhstan. Knights and Warriors get +2/+2 when untapped, and Vigilance itself. Overlook. Each creature has Protect, and I did get this one. You may tap a creature. Yeah. Prevent damage from attacking creature. Still haven't tested this deck out yet, so we got an artifact land. Protect. Alyssa, Master of Auras. I haven't tried this one out yet because I haven't tried the decks. I tried the green and the blue deck versus each other. I'll try the other ones eventually. Return target Aurora to your hand from your graveyard or your exile. So you can get something from your graveyard or your exile to your hand. Creatures enchanted by Auroras can't be blocked this turn. Goodness, that's a powerful mechanic. Good thing it's only +1. Sword Mastery. +2/+2 and double strike. It's enchantment. It's an enchantment artifact. New mechanic, new card type I put into play. It just basically it can block additional effects. That's really it. It's extra. It's an enchantment. It's an artifact. We got Power Sword. It's another enchantment artifact. Gives +1/+1, and it's hexproof, so don't bother targeting it. Warrior Fire. It's a warrior that's +3. Same thing. 3/3 for protect. Something with Knights. Whenever you enchant a creature, you may place a 1/1 counter on it. Target creature. And then you can remove a 1/1 counter from target creature and then return target Aurora to your hand. Pretty good. Unless the assistance, it gets +1/+1 for each Aurora in your graveyard, so it gets more powerful for more things in the graveyard. MX the Protector. Each warrior has had 2 white mana, and when you tap a creature, you gain 2 life. That's a lot. Jake the Viking. When Aurora leaves your graveyard, you get to gain 1 life. Whenever it attacks or it attacks alone, you may return a Aurora from your graveyard and attach it to an attacking creature. Good grief. Powerful. The sword attack. Enchanted creature has a protect and hexproof. For 2 mana. The Lion Mouth, which is one of those cards I did find and you can see in there. It is This is how you win the game. This deck. Enchant creature has double strike and strike, vigilance, and indestructible and lifelink. And then whenever it leaves your graveyard, you can pay 9 to win the game. I win the game! Yay. That's just a lot. The city. It's just plains. That, and when you enchant a creature with an Aurora, untap it, and you gain 1 life. And we have our plains. I think we got 2 more. Sword of Water, enchantment artifact. Whenever a enchanted creature has protection from blue, and gets +2/+2 when it's untapped. And I think it's the same thing. This is the same thing. So it's fire. It gets +2/+2 when it's untapped. Oh, we got more. Sword of Forest. Oh, very similar. it's protects from green. And it gets +2/+2 when it's untapped. And we got Zora, the Archer of Wind. It has Protect 3/1. We have the Marcher Master. You can tap her creature for just 1 mana. And whenever it blocks, you get to put 1 counter on it. On a counter target creature. And we have our other plants. After I bring this out. This is the wrong deck. Anyways, that is it. Let me go and see what we've got going on here. So we do have a new series coming out. I'm gonna probably do the first like 10 episodes before I get actually upgraded. So that is going to be, that series is called Upgrade. I'm not gonna go into any of the details. I do explain it in the first video I do it for. And also we do have Wizard 101 coming out. Some of the episodes for that, and hopefully I'm going to give you just the idea about to show you the full release schedule for this next year. So the next set is Tarka Dragonstorm, and I do think this one's going to be a little bit more different because the way it's going to be set up is you got 5 different possible decks. I've already said I'm going to go to both pre-releases. And if we have another one, I'm going to get one to open on YouTube. I might not be able to. We'll see what happens. And then after that, we'll have the Edge of Eternities. I'll do that same thing for that one. And then there will be another set that I'll do as well. But that being said, I'm going to do several of them. And I'll see you guys in the next video because I don't have much else to talk about in this one. It's a little bit, I know this is a shorter video, but that's going to be all of this video. See you guys in the next video. And don't forget to keep your game on.